Before you actually start watching this video, let me tell you, this is an atheist's opinion and questions on God, and if you're highly offended by anything religious, then don't watch this video. Or if you just have an open mind and you want to answer some questions and you want to see a different viewpoint, then watch it. And if you think I'm going to waste so-and-so minutes of your life, don't watch this video, just close it. I'm not forcing you to watch anything, okay? Good. Now you can continue watching the video. Hey, I'm Teresa, and I'm just wanting a few questions answered about religion. You're probably thinking, great, not another one of these people, but too bad, I'm here now, and there's nothing you can do to stop me, unless you physically want to come over to my house and pull out my camera, but that's not happening. Anyways, my questions. Why is it that you come to our doorsteps and then you bribe us with, like, free food and try to get us to come to your church? If people want to come to your church and want to believe in Jesus and in God and want to pray, they'll come on their own free will. We're smart people. Well, some of us are, but some of us are pretty goddamn stupid too. But that doesn't mean that you need to come on their doorsteps and, like, shove your views in their face. Because really, I don't want to hear it. I'm just going to slam my door in your face. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to eat breakfast or lunch or dinner, or maybe I'm just doing nothing, but I don't want to hear about your religion at all. I don't care. Also, another thing. Why are you so intolerant? You may say that atheists are intolerant, and sure, some of us are, but some of us aren't, because some of us accept the fact that people around us are religious, and if they're going to do religious things, then so what? Let them do their religious things, and whatever they do, okay? If I'm sitting at a table, and I'm eating dinner with friends or with family who are religious, but I'm not, then I don't care. If they want to pray for their food, I will let them pray for their food. But it's like, if a Christian, okay, for example, in grade 8, I had this friend, and she told me, we were having this discussion about God, and I was just asking her, she asked me what religion I was, and I said I didn't have religion, and I don't believe in God. And she was like, oh my God, you're going to hell. And it's like, what gives you the right to tell me I'm going to hell? Like, seriously, like, I wasn't offended by it. Well, maybe I was a little, but it didn't, like, affect me or anything. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to hell. Okay, but it's like, who do you think you are? Like, you're not the one to decide if I'm going to hell or not, because, one, I don't believe in hell. I can't go somewhere I don't believe, right? But, just really. And why is it that you believe that there's a giant hairy man living in the sky? You don't believe that Santa Claus is in the North Pole, which is like a couple thousand kilometers away from you, or maybe closer, depending on where you live. Like, I don't understand. Nobody knows how the universe got here, but that doesn't give, I don't even know, like, religion is just so goddamn confusing, and people are just, honestly, you want my opinion? Religion is a curse. And it's true, because religion, and maybe the misunderstanding of the Bible and religion and whatever, but just generally religion has caused so much hate and sorrow, and it brings more harm to this earth than it does any good. And the thing that pisses me off the most is when people say that only Christians and people who follow God bring any good to this world, because that is complete bullshit. I'm sorry, but it is bullshit. Because, answer this for me, why is it that there's more people in prison that are Christians than there are atheists? And it's by a large number too. It's not like 2 people more are Christian than atheists. It's a large number, and you can go check on the internet, okay? I don't have the exact numbers right now, but it's not really that important to me. But really, why is that? And then you say that only Christians bring any good to this world. Well, obviously they didn't, because they raped, or they killed, or they robbed someone, or they committed some other heinous crime. I just don't understand. And then you say that an atheist doesn't give to charity, and that they don't do any good. We give to charity because we want to. We don't do it because some power or God is telling us to, or some pastor or some priest. We do it because we want to out of our own free will. We just don't do it because we have to. I don't know, maybe, I know, like, not all Christians and Catholics and Muslims and people are like this, but it's just a lot of you are. And it just really blows my mind how stupid some of you are. Just go get an education, open your mind, and figure yourself out, okay? Like, you were a tiny little baby when your mother or your father or your parents or someone shoved religion in your face and told you, this is what's going to happen to you in life, this is what's going to happen after your life, blah blah blah, this is real and this is not. Make up your own mind. Just because someone told you something when you couldn't even speak yet, don't believe it. Like, if you want to, then fine, but just think with your brain. You were given it for a reason, okay? Also, another thing, the Bible. You know, like, a lot of people, they just pick and choose what they want from the Bible and what they want to believe and what they don't. If you're gonna read the Bible and you're gonna worship the Bible and what it says in it, worship the whole thing. Don't just pick and choose things out of it, because it's kind of ridiculous. Like, some people are like, oh, I'm just gonna read this because this is right and I believe this is right, but this is wrong, that was God's mistake. Like, yeah, the interpreter misread what God was saying, or misheard what God was saying when he was whispering in his ear and he read it down wrong or wrote it down wrong, whatever, okay? But just, if you're gonna worship something, worship as a whole. Don't just pick and choose what you want to, because I don't know, I just think it's stupid, honestly. And if you're wondering why some people care so much about religion, and why atheists care about religion specifically, you can go watch that other video about why atheists care, and it'll pretty much explain everything. Also, another thing, that video, it doesn't necessarily apply to people outside the US, but just getting back to the US, I still think it's pretty pathetic that someone who is atheist or doesn't believe in God can't run for head of state, or if they don't have an opinion about God, they can't run for head of state. That is just not right, because it doesn't give any different opinion for that state, and it's just like, only holy people, or whatever, you get what I'm saying, okay? So yeah, I'm just blabbering on now, but anyways, that's all. Anyways, if anybody can answer those questions, that would be nice.